Hello and welcome to another episode of Farming Simulator 22 on Attingham Park. Yeah, we're going to continue with Attingham Park for a little bit, guys, just because I'm having so much fun tweaking and setting everything up on this auto drive. Basically, I want to learn it and get as much down as I can so that I can basically try and not forget it, basically. Right, let me have a look. So we need to get this field rolling here. We've got some we've got some fertilizing to do today, so we want to get this done. Let's just headland that. So let's just do that. Let's just do that. He's gonna start there on that job. Right, I'm a little bit torn on what to do here, guys, because that doesn't need anything now. Oh, hang on. Yes, it does. That needs to finish that. That's fine. Right, so we are over here today then, guys, and we've got quite a bit of fertilizing to do. That's going to be pretty much what we get done early on. Wow, I started driving before I turned that on, and that just took way too long to turn on. But yeah, I'm having such a blast playing over on this map. Now, I have been yesterday creating more waypoints and things like that on here just to try and go from like A to B and stuff more automatic. I've been removing some of the course on the auto drive. It had like some preset routes and they weren't the best, shall we say. So I kind of been changing some of them over and I'm fixing the odd little one or two that I've done up to now, or the ones that were in the game, shall I say. Because the thing is, one of them was like you had a route going, down the road and back up the road, where you can just set that as a two-way route, and it's just a lot easier to deal with in future. So yeah. Plus, one of them actually had a piece missing, and it was like it just wouldn't work. I was like, right, okay, and that's why I got on to changing it overall. But yeah, that's kind of what we're going to be doing over on Attingham. I'm probably going to play for a little bit. Probably just going to put pause to Bally Spring and the Old Stream. Just probably, last week into this week. Probably bring Old Stream back end of this week, most likely. But yeah, I'm just having such a blast learning auto drive. It's making sure, because I want to do some little basic tutorials on it, just for the people who do watch the channel who've not used it before. And at the end of the day, I want to know what I'm going on about in said videos. Now, I'm not going to know everything to do with auto drive. I am still relatively new to it, but if I can help one person, brilliant. That's how I see it. But yeah, we've got quite a few fertilizing contracts to do. I took them just because why the hell not, basically. It's going to earn us a little bit of money. I was going to do them over some of the winter months, but I'm hoping some of them will pop back up over the winter months because, well, it's that time of year, basically. So, yeah, if you can't notice here, I've now put a little... Oh, you can't see it, actually. If you look on the mini-map, I had a little waypoint on this map, on this field. So, we can basically drive to field 10 in future without being, without having to actually drive there. We can just kind of set it going. And like I said, some people might not be happy that I'm using auto drive. It's one of them things. For me, I'm not really that. I like using it. I think it's a really good piece of or mod, piece of code, bit of mod, whatever terminology you want to use. I think it's absolutely fantastic. But yeah, we've got quite a bit to do. We've just done field 10. Next is, what have we got? We've got field 28, 45 and 38. Well, I'm hoping to get 45 and 38 done with what we've got left in this tank, because 28 is right next to our farm. I do want to try and buy 28 as soon as possible. Now, we also need to plant something in field 21. I was going to wait till spring and put corn in it. And to be quite honest, I don't know if we should. I just think maybe come spring we might have a new field, for example. We've got some silage to sell, we've got some straw to sell, we've got some barley to sell. I'm just wondering if we can afford a new field to put the maize in for next year. See, every year we're gonna do silage. I don't want to do much grass silage. I want to try and do the silage via the maize. That's ideally how I'd like to do it. Sorry about that. Didn't expect that to happen. So yeah, like I said, I'm kind of, you know, I kind of want to put something in field 21. But the problem is I can only put I can only put in wheat, barley, oat, canola. Now we do have a little field of canola. I do believe that's what we planted. We planted one field of barley. That worker is weird. How can I have a cosplay course and it leaves the course? I don't understand it. Surely you would stay on course. Surely. And I've just realised I've completely driven past field 45. So give me 1 minute to get these workers back up and running. Okay, right. So you didn't actually finish what I needed. This was with a 25% overlap as well. That was the maximum overlap I could do, and it still wasn't enough. But I do like how quickly it rolled. I am gonna say that I do really like how quickly that rolled. And we have got the other field mulched as well. So yeah, we're gonna be jumping around a few different jobs. That's why I didn't time lapse the what is it, the fertilizing contracts. Alright, it's because I'm doing a liming contract, I'm doing a rolling contract, I'm doing fertilizing contract. I'm doing a lot of contracts all at once. I am thinking of making some edits to the yard as well. But obviously we'll wait till winter comes for that. We'll get the builders in. We'll probably just get a tree remover. I was basically selling trees. I was just basically removing them and I was getting £1,000 for basically the sale of the wood. But I'm gonna do wood chips instead, because I've realised on Attingham wood chips are massively OP on this map. They were on 19 as well, and I don't really know why, but yeah. Why are you off track? I don't understand why you're off track. You're on track. I don't understand why you're saying you're off track. Interesting. It's just weird how that's working. Right, I'm gonna probably get stuck here. I already know I'm gonna get stuck here. I am. This is gonna be an Austin Powers moment. It really is. Right, let me lift that up there just for a little bit. Oh, it's okay. It's Austin Powers. Oh my god. Oh. Oh Jesus Christ. I know it's Sunday, guys, but Jesus Christ. Oh, I should have stayed in bed. I should have stayed in bed. Although then, no, I don't want to stay in bed. The wife's snoring is really doing my head in. I've been up since like 4 o'clock this morning. So I've already been awake 5 hours. And yeah, I'm just ready to be up. Yeah, I can't believe I drove past that field. So that has delayed me. I have got a bit of liming I need to get done over on that field as well, because that grass field's going to have missed quite a bit. The other grass field, field 24, I'm going to have to manually do that most likely. But yeah, there's quite a bit we need to get done. And what gets me with this series is I'm like a third of my way through this video already time-wise, and yeah, the time just seems to fly. That's why I made yesterday's video 40 minutes long, just to try and get a bit of feedback. You know, see what people thought of it. You know, if you like it at 40 minutes, I could do this series at 40 minutes, just because this map is so big. You know, some of the fields on this map are so big compared to what we normally do. You know, you think about it. We've been doing like Valley Springs. We've got really small fields on that map compared to this one. Really, really small fields. It doesn't help that my overlay is absolutely atrocious. I might look at getting 38 on a worker. It's a big field. It just means I can get to lime in the other fields and stuff. Because I also need to lime field 21. I don't need to technically lime it now, but if we're going to plant it, then I need to get this fertilizer spreader over on our farm, because all our fields are going to need fertilizing. All of them. And like I say, I don't have to fertilize now, but it's kind of, I've always kind of done it now so that I can kind of forget about the fields. But one thing I've noticed with me playing, and I've noticed it on Valley Springs as well, I like to get things limed, fertilized, seeded. I like to get it all done. The only downside then is I kind of leave myself nothing to do, which is why I've gone on to Attingham. I thought, well, if I've got bigger fields, I've got less time to do the work. So that means I can actually fertilize the fields throughout winter. It gives me something to do, rather than just skipping 4 winter months. Ideally, you know, in theory, that's how it's going to work. Let's have a look. Well, we have got quite a bit of this done here. Like I say, we're just on the lowest setting for fertilizer. There's no need for it to be any higher. You still get paid for the contract. If you leave it on auto, all you do is waste fertilizer. 72% done. Yeah, I'm not in the best tractor for this, to be honest. I would be better using something with a little bit more power, just for the hills. But at the time, I didn't have anything spare, and well, this does the job. So I have got a mod for realistic speed, as it's called realistic speed, or something like that. I could put that on. It would increase the speed of things, and probably bring that in later on when we get more and more fields. But for now, I think what we're doing is going well. But I have noticed that weekend videos don't really do well. Now, if that's the case, and I have said this before, even while doing Valley Springs, I may just look at taking weekends to myself, guys. Because I can record a video on a Friday and just release it on a Monday, and I can basically have Saturday and Sunday off. You know, I don't mind doing videos on weekends. I do it. I'm the only one up in the house. I am the only morning person in my house. Literally the only morning person in my house. And yeah, so no one else is up, which is one of the reasons why I do weekend videos. I have noticed they massively do. They don't get like the likes, they don't get the viewership kind of thing on a weekend. And I just thought to myself, if people are not that bothered about weekend videos, I might just, I don't know, I could go out with a dog, you know what I mean? Not trying to put anything on people like, oh yeah, you must watch my weekend videos. No, I get it, guys, you know, weekend, IRL, you know, people have families, things like that. But, you know, for me, you know, if I'm going to spend time doing it, it's, I don't know, I'm just thinking maybe weekends I might just knock on the head. I don't know, I'm not really sure yet. It used to be good because the wife used to work weekends, and I used to just live stream on a weekend. But now the wife only works Monday to Fridays, and it sucks because she wants all the internet. That's half the reason why I do this. Why everyone else is still in bed. She literally, you know, we've got telly, and you know, she wants to watch Netflix and Disney Plus and all this crap, and I call it crap, but you know what I mean. No course. One headland's good enough. Right, there we go. Right, so I need to go to this guy here, because like I said, there's not much. He hasn't missed much, but he has missed bits. As you can see on the little mini map now, the little yellow bits in the green. Just need to fix them, basically. There we go. If we just go along here, we'll get these little yellow bits done. Like I say, sometimes you've got room for time lapses and stuff, and sometimes you've just you've just got the time to do the jobs without. And like I say, if I put a time lapse, I'm still stuck while I wait for the other ones to finish. So let's have a look. Have we got any yeah, we've got a little bit mist at the bottom. Maybe this doesn't need as many headlands. That's maybe where I went wrong with this, but I've kind of just been leaving it on a few headlands so it doesn't have any turning issues. But yeah, we've got the field to do, the other grass field to do, that we did. And then we need to get up into field 21. We can lime it now, ready for winter. It's not the end of the world. There we go. Lovely jubbly, as I often say. Let's just get that turned on there. Lovely. So yeah, that is another course done. It worked well enough. I just don't understand why it kept going off course, but for liming I can get away with one headland, and I think that's where I went wrong. I was trying to do too many headlands. Yeah, well, like I say, we've upped the time to 3 just to scoot it along a little bit, just because we're not really needing to be any slower at the moment. We have kind of caught up. It's just the harvesting. I think what we'll do is we'll leave it on like maybe 3, 5. But what we'll do is when it comes to actually harvesting the fields, we might just do it like 1 or 2, because we don't have a big harvester. We will buy a big harvester at some point, but right now we just don't have the money for one. It's like I say, I don't like giving myself too big equipment, otherwise you've got nothing to pay for. You've got nothing to work for. This, yeah, I'm definitely going to do that other field, field 21, which is on our right. I'm definitely going to do that in Courseplay. I don't fancy doing that one, to be honest. It's a bit big. It's a bit big, that. Like I say, we do need to try and get some fertiliser down in some of these fields, and you know, if I can get that spreader back over here. I know we've got some money to cash in on contracts, so we'll cash them in once I've done this liming contract. Once we've got Courseplay going on field 21, I'll cash in them contracts that we've done. That'll give us a bit of extra money. Yeah, it's looking really, really good. Like I say, we don't need to do much liming, to be fair. Liming's not much of a problem on precision farming. It does, it's not like when you lime normally and it just empties a tank, because it just puts down whatever it wants. On precision farming, it's just so good for liming. I really do like it. I've never noticed how basic the map is, you know, at the end of it. Like, you see that little bit of crop just in front of us and then nothing. I've never noticed that before, ever. Never noticed that ever before. And I say, I played Attingham on Farm Sim 19. I love this map. Proper love this map. I think that's one of the reasons why now I've started it. I'm kind of putting a lot of time into it, just because of how much I really do enjoy playing this map. Probably going to be the same same thumbnail as yesterday's video, but you know, when you're liming, what else are you supposed to do? Jesus Christ, this is killing me. 9 miles an hour. Like I say, I can turn the realistic mod on and it'll give me more of a realistic speed mod, and it'll give me a higher speed. It'll basically let me drive full speed, but I wouldn't want to drive full speed. But I'm just saying it would let me. Right, there we go. I think, to be honest, we could get that in one pass, but I've got to come all the way back up there. So I don't see much point. We might as well come back and do a little bit. Just trying to get myself a nice straight edge. Lovely. I'm going to finish this bottom bit and then I'm going to work my way up because we need to go up to field 21. So that's where we're going next. Like I say, I could do this and then just jump cutting it into saying that it's done, but I do actually like to do the farming work. As you guys know from Valley Springs, I do like to play the game for what the game is. It's just on this map, we're just using a bit of automation just to help, not speed us along, but just because of the equipment we've got. Like if I started with like massive tractors and massive trailers and massive harvesters, we wouldn't need auto drive and cosplay because we could just do it all in like 10 minutes. But that's something I want to build up to. I don't like I say, you know, I've said it a lot, I don't like starting with big equipment. Like if I do a Let's Play on Calmsden, for example, when I did the live stream, I started with relatively big equipment and I got bored. Not of the map. Oxygen David did a fantastic job on that map. But because I had all the big equipment, I felt like I had nothing to play for. And it was just a case of playing on the live stream for playing, but everything was just too easy. You know, I had I had big-ish tractors, I had the big harvester, and it was like, well, I started with that, and that's why I always start with little equipment. So I feel like you've got to earn it. I say it's just a personal preference, you know, everyone plays the game a different way, and for me, that's how I like to play. I've always preferred to do it like that. That's why I like doing some of the old school series, because the older equipment's tiny. Right, I have just got a little bit of grass that I needed to change yesterday, guys. I noticed it yesterday, was it? Yes, was it yesterday? I noticed it on the cosplay. Now I will add grass in there at a later date. It's because I've got a little track all the way down the side of this field here. I've got a little auto drive course. There we go. And I did notice that it wasn't. It was, you know, dragging into the field. Oh, Dragon Lady's tank is empty. Okay, that's quite a scary concern. Let's go and have a look at the Dragon Lady course. Right, we've got no course. We've got 12 meters. We'll do 3 headlands. Start on the headlands. We'll do some. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that. We'll do that. Yeah, that looks good to me. We'll do that. You might as well go and. Let me just get that lined up. First waypoint, you do that. Wow, you didn't finish. I was at least expecting it to be nearly done. Wow, 64%. We've got quite a long way to go. Right, something I want to show you then, guys. Just because we were talking about this in the last episode. If I go onto drive mode, that's deliver. I just want drive mode, and instead of shop, if we put down 30, and then we do drive, it should, in theory, I think cosplay's ruined it a little bit. Yeah, alright. Cosplay ruined it. That's a shame. I was going to show you it basically going and filling it up automatically, but it doesn't want to work because cosplay is interfering with auto drive. Like I say, use the 2. I tell you what it is, ignore me. It's because this field is so big, it doesn't know where the auto drive is. That's why on my field 21, I did the course around the edge of the field so that it knew where to go. My bad. My bad. My bad. That was a noob mistake. Was that one? That was me. If I put it on now, it would work, but I've got to drive now, so why not? Yeah, I'm also driving like a lunatic today. Alright, I'm driving like it's Grand Theft Auto. Yeah, if I can get field 38 finished today, that would be pretty good. Only downside I've got right now is 27 mile an hour. This is where the fast track would have been better for fertilising contracts. That might be what we do actually. It'll drive around the map a lot quicker. Oh, we've got a crop in there now. I know we limed it. I didn't know if there was a crop already in there. Interesting. Yeah, I was hoping to get my fields fertilised today, but I don't think that's really going to happen. I do just want to finish these couple of contracts just because, you know, I'm already here. It's amazing how long this road is. I should have just jump cut it and brought it back, but I don't think of that. At the time, I don't think about it because I've been driving around this map so much lately that fixing like the way courses and stuff, like it's just. You empty again? Why do you look empty? I didn't technically need to come this way. I've just got in the habit of following my one-way system around the farm. Like I say, I love the bits that I've done on this map, but all these trees here are going to get taken out, I think, because I'm going to build another yard in here. Because I have noticed, to be fair, we've got a lot of equipment and not that much space. Right, we've made 10 grand up to now. I'm going to cash them contracts in there. We will get some more contracts come up over winter. I spent £5,000 filling that machine up, so that's not the end of the world. The only downside now, guys, is I've got to drive all the way back. But yeah, I'm just going to get a tree mulcher thing, and I'm just going to destroy them trees and turn it into wood chips. I've already got a mod for it. Wood chips pay quite a good price on this map, so I don't want to be... We're playing on the hard difficulty, and some of the fields are relatively expensive. The money we're going to make. So if I can chop some trees down and make some easy money on wood chips, you know, that's fine. You know, that flower greenhouse is there just to try and keep us afloat over winter. You know, there are contracts we can do. There will be jobs we can do. This is potato or sugar beet here. We could probably do this contract in winter. Probably. Maybe that's, maybe. Now, we do have an unrealistic trailer. We've got the TARDIS XL, which I'm not the biggest fan of using. I said we would use it on forage harvesting and, like, well, whatever we use the forage harvester on and selling of things, because we can just sell a bit quicker. Maybe we'll use it on potato and sugar beet as well. Just because everybody knows what a potato and sugar beet harvest is like. It's going to be so slow. At least if I've got a big trailer on that, we can kind of just speed the harvest up a little bit. Like I say, it's not all about speed on this series, but I don't want to be running... Well, what is it? I'm trying to think. A potato and sugar beet harvester usually has about 30,000 litres, 30 to 60,000. Our trailer takes 11 and a half. Can you imagine? We'd have to empty the harvester. Well, we'd have to do 3 runs to empty the harvester once. So maybe the TARDIS can come in for that as well. But we do have that trailer on lease, and I am thinking we will go and actually buy that trailer. I don't want to have that as a lease item. People were saying on like the first episode, they're like, yeah, you know, it was a good idea to get that, but instead of leasing it, buy it. Well, obviously I'd already leased it for the first couple of episodes, but I'll probably end up sending it back and actually buying it. You know, I know it's an OP trailer, but it's just some contracts. Like, could you imagine if this became a potato or a sugar beet contract? That would be hell to do. It would be absolute hell. Right, so you can go in there. I already know. Wow. Really? You are top quality, mate. You've done absolutely nothing. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, I can't believe you just did that. Right, I'm going to have some touching up to do on this field, guys. I'm going to get that worker back on there. I am not happy. No. Nope. I'm not happy. That's because I changed that corner. That was my own fault. I should have just left it. Yeah, he has just wasted me a lot of money. Bugger. Never mind. Right, I need to get this into the into some kind of place to store this. Where? One second, one second, one second. It's not a case of I don't know what I'm doing. I just want to make sure I've got no more fields to roll. We did miss a bit on that field, to be fair. We're really worried about that. That's been mulched. That's been rolled. That's been rolled. So yeah, we haven't really got anything else right now. Okay, so that is a little bit... Yeah, we can park this up. We can park this up. That's fine. That is absolutely fine. We can park that up. I might send that TARDIS back now, actually. How much is that TARDIS trailer to buy? I know we've still got it on lease at the moment. Then again, I could just buy it through here. £16,000. I'll tell you what. There you go. We just bought it. Instead of sending it back and buying another one, we'll just keep the one we're doing. That guy is not the guy I want to be looking at. I'm not really sure why you're not... Is there any reason why you're just wasting money? Why couldn't you fertilise that as you went? Is it the way? I don't know. Like I say, I'm still learning everything. That's just a weird thing. But yeah, he's doing the headland now. So he's almost done. Let's just double check exactly what he's done. I'd like to try and get that last fertilising contract done. If I can. He's only 81% done. I do think when the worker does this, I don't think it uses the application rate I want it to. That fertilizer's going down really, really quick. I tell you what, that fertilizer just seemed to be going down a little bit quicker than I thought. So we might as well just finish this. I need this tractor. I need this tractor to finish that contract. So, let me just get rid of that marker. We don't need that course anymore. We'll do that automatically. Lovely. Like I said, there's some tweaks I'm still making to the system, but it's more just a tweak. Every map's different. If you use Courseplay and Auto Drive on an American map, you will find 99% of the time you'll have no issues. There's no hedges. There's no gateways. To be honest, in my eyes, as I've said before, there's no character to the maps. You know, I get that's how American farms are, but for me it's just big giant open fields and that's it. You know what I mean? It's... I've played the odd map that I've liked, the American map, especially like... It sounds daft. Do you remember on Farm Sim 19, what was it called? Ravenport? I actually genuinely liked that map. It was a default map. That was one of the original maps I've actually appreciated playing on. But yeah, when you've got no hedges and stuff, it's like Elm Creek. I don't like Elm Creek. It's just... There's no character to it. The French map, I can never pronounce it, so I'm not even going to try. I can't stand that either. Again, there's no character to the map. I do like the stone bridges. That's maybe the only part of character. It's got the stone buildings and the stone bridges and things like that. But overall, there's just no character to them. That's why I like the maps like Attingham Park. I like all the ones Oxygen, you know, Oxygen David does. I mention him a lot because, let's be fair, he makes some of the best maps ever. He should be hired as a map creator for Giants. Alright, it takes him a long time to create a map, but can you imagine the maps you would get as default? And also you would get a British map. I don't know what it is with Giants, but they just don't seem to like British people. It's kind of obvious in my eyes, because at the end of the day, they've never actually released, as far as I'm aware, from the games that I've looked into and stuff, has Giant ever released a British map? Because I don't think they have. I genuinely don't think they have. Like I say, I could be wrong on like Farm Sim like 15, 13, 11, but I don't think they have ever released a British map. I get that technically they're German, But you release an American map, why not release a British map or you know, a UK map? Something, you know, something. You have a lot of people over in this country play the game, and yet we just don't get a default map. But then again, I suppose if they did do a British map, it wouldn't have hedges. It'd have no character, I suppose. That's the only downside, isn't it? You can't win either way. Right. Field 28 is the last contract we have to do. I want to get that done so that in the next episode we can fertilise every field. I don't want to be in September much more either. I don't think we need to be in September much. The only thing I've got is lime in field 21. Like I say, I'm not sure if we should plant anything in there. Like I say, I did want to put maize in that big field, but if in order to put corn in that field, we have to wait till next year, which does mean we're going to be out of work now. That's it. We're done till spring. I don't know if we should get some. If we should get it planted with something. I don't know. It's a tough one. There'll be plenty of contracts to do over winter. You know, we'll have our grass fields to do. We're going to have our silage to sell. So, you know, we do have some stuff, but the first year is always going to be slow. And then, you know, until we get more land. We always knew that. It's farm sim. That's how it is. Unless you start with like 1 million fields. But then if you start with 1 million fields, you don't have enough time to get it all done. Especially when you want to start with small equipment and buy bigger. You'd have to start with more fields and you'd have to start with bigger equipment. And then again, what's the point in playing? That's how I've always seen it. You know, it's always been my input. I've kind of waffled on in this video, guys, because, well, I'm fertilising. There's not really that much more we can, you know, there's not much we can do. I can say we're fertilising, I can say we're liming. After that, there's not really much more I can say, really, is there? So I think overall that is looking really good. Get all these contracts done. More will come up. This will need a second coat of fertilising, for example. So yeah, fertilising contracts may be of use to us. I'm hoping to get a fertilising contract for field 16. Now that's technically the biggest field on the map. The only downside is there wouldn't be enough fertiliser in this to do it all. So I think we'd probably have to rent. If you know our lime spreader we've got now, we'd probably have to rent something like that to do that. We could even use the lime one actually. Use the lime one, fill it full of fertiliser, go do the contract and then just fill it back with lime. Ideally I like to have a lime and fertiliser tool separate. I've always preferred that. Personally it's just easier. I can just, if one tool's got one job. That's why I'm trying something with this roller. The roller does mulching, rolling, grass rolling. Yeah, I'm just trying it to see. It's more for space, to be honest. There we go. So that is build our contract 28 done as well. So we're going to collect that and we're going to collect that. That is looking brilliant. Let's just have a little look at the greenhouse. Let's just drive by and load it up and see how we're going, because I think this is going to be running a little bit low. And yeah, solid fertilizer, we're back to 5,000 litres already. Wow, that's interesting. Yeah, I'm still not 100% sure what we're going to do with that. It makes a lot as well quickly. I would rather have like a couple of greenhouses, or even just one greenhouse. Right, so we need to park this somewhere. It does technically have a cover on it, so I suppose we could technically leave it outside. I know we've got sheds here that we're not really using. I might change these sheds because they're just a bit awkward to park into. I might bring more of an open style, like You know, like that one. There are some ploughing contracts. We do have a cultivator. So that's possible. Interesting. Wrong menu. I'm looking for contracts and I'm not even on the right page. Yeah. Potatoes, field 7. Wow. Yep. Ploughing, field 13. Field 13 ploughing contract wouldn't be such a bad idea. Wouldn't be too bad actually. Could maybe do 13. I don't have a waypoint for 13 yet, do I? No. If you notice, these waypoints here, these are my field markers. I've just been putting them in as I pass. You know, there are still a few that I haven't done, but the majority of them are they're getting there. Right, let's just have a look at our liming machine. Give me 1 second, guys. Oh my god, this guy's an idiot. Oh, I'm just sneezing. Oh. Yeah, so he's no. How is that the nearest waypoint, you idiot? Jesus Christ, you are literally under a waypoint and you're going to the wrong one. Jesus Christ. Yeah, so sharp corners on this map are not going to help me. There have to be smooth corners. Which is why, again, I've been adjusting the corners. Yeah, that overlap's not going to do me much use. Yeah, I just want to get him to try and do this second headland. I might do the second headland just off recording, and then he's dealt with. He shouldn't get stuck then, because like I say, I want to come in the next episode. He can do this sliming. I can go and do the fertilizing. Yeah, I might bring more of them sheds in actually. It might be a little bit easier. We're 84% fermented on the silage, guys, so that's something we can do in the next episode as well. I don't understand why it's 84% done. It's meant to be 3 days and it's nearly done in 1 day, so I'm a bit confused with that. I just want to confirm that we are on the higher difficulty when it comes to money and stuff. Yeah, look, hard economy, so I don't understand why this silage is ready nearly in 1 day. But I think it's maybe because I paused the time, but I was still in the game because I was working on course auto drive and stuff. Yeah, all these trees, instead of me just doing that, I'm gonna get a tree cutter. I'm gonna get some wood chips. I am gonna plant some trees, or I might leave some around the edge, like these ones. So if it's the one closest there, we'll leave. But like all these internal ones, I want to try and make another yard, maybe put a production in here. I want to get a grass dryer. I don't want to be tedding grass manually, to be honest. Just not against it, it's just not something I want to be doing. Same as we need to buy... No. We don't need to buy a new windrow, do we? We have a windrow. I have forgotten we have a windrow. So if I do that and I go to the shop, I need to send him to the shop to bring my windrow back. Go to the shop. This is some of the parts of auto drive I don't like. It's obvious the course is over here, and yet I don't know, it just triggered to go that way, to be honest. Yeah, like I said, auto drive's not perfect, guys. It's not perfect. I do still have some weird issues like that. Why was it going to turn left when the course was to the right? But overall, it's helping me massively. We're getting some jobs done. I do feel at the moment we're not getting much done manually with the course because of auto drive and courseplay, but we will get there. Like I said, harvest season, I'm trying to set it up now so that when the next harvest season comes around, we can basically just deal with it. What have we got here? 332 litres of wool. This is not technically a field. I wonder if I can cut this grass. I would have to do it manually though. It wouldn't be a course because it's not a field, and I don't want to plough it to make it a field, because then I've got to lime it and fertilise it. As it stands now, I don't need to fertilise this or lime it or do anything. So let's just have a quick check over here. My cows are still not getting healthy. I don't know what's going on here, guys, but my cows are just not getting any health. I'm a bit confused with what's going on with that. Actually, I'm really confused with what's going on with that. I think the only thing I can think of at the moment is to skip into next month and see if it increases. If my cows don't increase health, I don't know what the problem is. Or are they not increasing health because... I don't know, my sheep are increasing health, look. I don't get what's going on. Look, my sheep are at 100% health. And I know they're not producing milk, they're not old enough yet. Productivity, 0%. Well, you should be at least 40%. You're producing slurry. You're using the straw. You're not giving me any milk because of age. I get that. But you're not getting any health either. I don't understand what's going on health-wise. So yeah, maybe that's something we need to look at. Oh, I don't know why I came off that. I want to be at the shop so I can send it back. Yeah, I'm going to leave the episode here, guys. I might be in October in the next episode. Just because I want to see if them cow health's going to go up. If that cow health doesn't go up, I don't know what I'm going to do. Because I need the cow health to go up. Right, you're at the shop, so you'll do. Yeah, this is not going to work, the windrow. It's going to try and connect to PTO, which I know technically this car doesn't have one. But we're not trying to do that. We're just trying to get this back to the field, farmyard. There we go. Right, yeah, I'm definitely going to leave this here, and I am going to skip once this gets back to the farm. I'm going to skip over into October. I'm just going to see what happens with the cows, see if we can get some kind of health situation going. If they don't move on health, though, I am kind of at a bit of a loss. They've got grass. They've had grass for 2 months. They haven't changed. They haven't gone up a single %. So a little bit baffled by why that hasn't gone up. But for now, guys, I do appreciate everybody watching. It's been a longer episode. I hope you've enjoyed this longer one. If you haven't, please let me know in the comment below, and I'll go back to some shorter ones. And until next time, guys, I'll see you all later on.